Welcome to the episode of Grade Pending, the show where we watch movies, shows, documentaries, whatever's on TV, streaming apps, and we give our grade on it. Also here, Grade Pending, we got our own grading system. We do it our own way, do it a little differently than everybody else's. Awesome, which is the top of the top, the cream of the crop, the best of the best. We got Dope, which is very good, not perfect, not the bestest, but hey, it's a good show, good piece of entertainment. We got Meh, which basically is all right, or watched it once, not trying to watch it no more. And then we got straight trash. I'm never watching it again. It was hot garbage. Get this out of my face. Why did I spend money on this? However you feel about it. All right. And also here at Grade Pending, the only way to talk about something is to talk about it. So there will be spoilers. If you have not seen it, go watch it, come back, watch this, or watch this, and then, don't complain because I told you what it is. So what we do here, we're going to give our individual grades first. Everybody going to talk about it a little bit, what our likes and dislikes are. Then give it a grade. Then we're going to come back and discuss as a group. So let's start off the individual grades with...
I'm gonna go with your awesome rating. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. I feel as the whole women empowerment and all that other stuff, like, being tough girls and, the dysfunctional home, and then her bond with her sisters. Paul, you know me, how I am with my sisters. Like, to me, it definitely hit a soft spot, but overall, like, the action pack, like, it was overall, it was a good movie from start to end, unlike Fast 9. But I feel, it was one of those things where I had to lean over and be like, Dom would never. But, I enjoyed it. The movie was great, definitely kick ass, definitely again, super enjoyable from beginning to end. So
What's up, guys? I'm going to give it a meh. It was cool. I liked it, but I felt like it could have been better. I mean, I did like some of the name drops they had. I did like the movie all in all. But even with the whole women empowerment thing, they could have done better. But listen, that's how I felt. They could have made it better, but it is what it is. I still liked it, but for me, it was a one shot deal. I watched it one time. I'm good. Let's move on to the next one. Like I said, it could have been better. They could have made it better, but I get it. She's dead and she ain't coming back. So here we are.
So things that I liked about the movie. All right, first off, I would have gave the movie an awesome if it just had. I mean, if they just left it off with the many ass shots of Scarlett Johansson, but I would have left it off on that. But then, as the movie goes further in, I would say it's a dope movie. I'll leave it at dope. I didn't have the problem with the women empowerment stuff. The Taskmaster thing, I think that was more like kind of foreshadowing, kind of saw that coming. And that's not to compare comics to the movies. Like, for the movie, I guess it made sense. I understood why it was, dude's daughter, but it was cool to finally get like the Budapest mission. You finally had the backstory of that, which was her defection into Shield. But so that, like side joke, whatever, it's now discovered. The after the credit scene, I think it helped that we had the Winter Soldier and Falcon series to understand who Val was. But overall, I think it was a dope movie. It didn't have that many. The action was pretty good, but the story can run a little dry at times, and had to heal one family to repair another family, which was basically what led into Infinity War and so forth. But overall, dope movie. Nothing to really go back and watch over and over again. It was, for me, it's a one shot deal too.
All right, for me as well, I'm gonna say dope. Um, I think they did justice with the character. I mean, gave her a good backstory. Um, like you said, not having the Budapest story fully detailed until now. I think For me, it might not be a one shot watch. I'm definitely probably gonna rewatch it again to see if there's any Easter eggs I might have missed along the way. I like the fact that they kept it to the spy kind of feel to it. They didn't push the whole Avengers thing, even though it was a big focus of the movie, how she defected from the Avengers and things like that. But overall, dope for me. Character development was pretty good. I love the interaction between her and her sister, and then the whole family dynamic. It was a big part of the trailers, but you really didn't see all four of the family together to like middle end, which was great to see. You got to see that one-on-one development between her and her sister, and how she functioned. We got a lot of backstory. That first couple minutes of Black Widow, back in 1995 was telling on how she was raised and how she became who she was. So all in all, it was dope for me.
All right, so this is why I hate trailers, because this movie could have been a dope. But even though I only watched the first trailer, and even though it was delayed 100 times and they kept releasing more trailers, I didn't watch them. The family sequence that you mentioned is all the way like towards the middle of the movie, towards the back half, sort of. The whole time I'm like, all right, let's get to it. Like, let's get to the part where they're at the table talking about like this guy's suit, if it's gonna fit. I felt that there were no surprises at all. The Taskmaster thing, as soon as I saw Olga's name in the credits in the beginning, which was a cool montage with the Nirvana cover. As soon as I saw Olga, I was like, that's a Quantum of Solace girl. That's a big name. There's no way that she's not Taskmaster. And she was Taskmaster. So it was kind of like, eh. And then in the trailer, it ended with her falling from the sky and stuff and doing that fight sequence. So the whole time I'm like, all right, well, I guess that's the third act. There was no surprises. And for that, for some reason, that really brought it down for me. My main highlight would be Florence Pugh. She's a great actress. She's going to be the new Widow, the sister or whatever. The vest thing I thought was a cool touch, but I think I'm gonna have to go with a high meh. I think it's a one and done for me. I was really disappointed with the CG, the special effects, everything. I don't know. The action sequences weren't anything crazy. I don't know, man. Maybe I just wasn't ready to see another movie about family right after Fast 9. But it really didn't do much for me, even though it was a great cast. It was a story that really didn't matter because we all know she dies, and I just didn't get that connection. So it's gonna be a high meh for me.
So I mean, I definitely I enjoyed the movie, but I did think it didn't. I don't know. It to me it didn't feel like a Marvel movie. It didn't feel like it felt like an action hero movie, but it didn't feel like the same blockbusters all the other Marvel movies were. I did enjoy it overall. I did like the chemistry between Scarlett Johansson and the girl's name I can't pronounce, but her sister. I did a good job. I did like some of the comedy specials. I do feel like the Red Guardian was definitely not used enough, or he had like some funny moments, but I think as a character, they could have used him a lot more. I liked it. I liked the action scenes. The one thing that I was making jokes about with everybody was that I do find it hilarious that everyone was making fun of Fast 9 with all the rooftop scene and all that stuff. And now you have humans again, highly trained humans, but still humans. Not to mention John Cena was highly trained, doing the same kind of stunts. And it's okay though, because it's a Marvel movie, but they're all human. Like Taskmaster has advancements, but Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, is a human though, not super soldier, a human. And so to see that, I was kind of like laughing. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna get the same kind of shit, because a lot of those scenes were super, super, OD. And it was just like, it was funny to watch, especially because, like I said, but overall, it didn't feel like a superhero movie. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is amazing, I'm gonna watch it again. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna watch it again. So that's one of the problems. Like, definitely, that's one of the problems. You gotta attack your kids sometimes. But yeah, like, for me, I overall I'll probably go like a high May. I didn't love it. I liked it, and I'll definitely buy it again when it comes out 4K. I'm gonna buy that shit. But I wasn't in love with it, and to me, it's a little sad because it's the first big push of the Marvel movies for the new. Well, not really new because it's an older character, but it's the first big Marvel movie coming out, and it wasn't. I mean, I say it did these numbers, but I wasn't in love. I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. So I'll definitely go with a high May. I liked it, but it was also, the human damage, the people getting hurt definitely was a lot closer to like that Vin Diesel, like Fast Furious. Like, come on, man, how you survive that? You know what I mean?
overall, I thought the movie was just okay. Definitely got a lot of James Bond, definitely Fast and Furious family and over the top effects. It was a Marvel grounded character, but we got the superhero type, action and stuff. I thought the fights was kind of cool, but overall, the movie itself, as it stands with other Marvel movies, was just meh. The reason I would give it a dope rating though is because of the meaning behind it and the closure that I feel that they gave Black Widow's character. Her dealing with a lot of the history, her past, and dealing with stuff in the past coming back, and her thinking she killed Chekhov's daughter, and she got closure with that. And to me, a lot of people don't like the Taskmaster character because they're used to what Taskmaster is from the comics. But like I said, they used the character in this to be Black Widow facing her past, and she fought Taskmaster fought using the styles from the Civil War characters that she was just dealing with. So she fought with Winter Soldier's fighting style and Black Panther's fighting style. So she was fighting again the same people she was just fighting in the movie that took place chronologically before. And then when she found out who it was the biggest thing in her past that she had yet to face and confront. And they metaphorically gave her the closure of that one, issue that she never, that one thing in her ledger that she never cleared out. And if you go back to the Avengers movie, Loki actually called on that, and he said, that her Chekhov's daughter, and we all thought he was talking about her being the daughter, but really it was the daughter that she thought that she killed, and it left a demon, so to speak, that she had to deal with. So I think the story itself, I think, was definitely good closure wise. Could have been handled a little bit better. Definitely the ending could have been a little bit better, but I still think the movie was dope, and I definitely could watch it over and over again, especially within the storytelling of the MCU. So I'm going with it dope.
That pheromones thing was stupid.
It's Dracoff, not Chekhov, man.
Dracov, Dracov's daughter. But that
Dracoff, whatever.
That was the main thing that stood out to me. Like I said, when Loki spoke to her in the Avengers movie, and he said that line about her dealing with Dracov's daughter, we all took it as he was calling her Dracov's daughter. That was and I don't know if they had that plan since back then. I doubt it, but it definitely played back into being that was the blood of her ledger that she always spoke about. That was one of the biggest things that stuck with her soul. And her saving Dracov's daughter kind of was the closure that she needed to. And that's why if you watch Infinity War and in in Endgame, she's kind of a different person. And to me, I feel like.
But what about the vest?
I thought the vest thing was corny to me. I didn't like.
You thought it was corny? I thought that was a nice visual.
My sister explained it to me. That the first thing she ever got when she was able to buy her own with her own money was something for me. So I guess it's a sibling thing.
Yeah, sibling thing. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool, I'll take that. But I thought the way they did it in the movie was just a little. The vest. I like your vest. You want the vest?
It was a lot about
it was too much.
Yeah.
It's a good bet.
It had
That
pockets.
shit,
It had a lot of pockets, Paul. A lot of
that
It had a
pockets.
shit, that shit was mad
lot of
cute.
pockets, and girls love pockets.
I was wearing cargo shorts.
Look at my dress
Yo,
has
that
pockets.
shit was mad cute. Guess what? Now she's dead.
Yeah, exactly. Where's the vest now?
But I think the movie overall was for her closure, and I think they succeeded in that aspect of it.
I disagree with you only because they kept talking about her fucking mom. She's like, wait, who's my real mom? What about my mom? And then they never went back to it.
Well, she got the closure. Unknown. Her mom was unknown. That's the closure.
Okay.
And her mom was unknown.
That was all she needed. Her mom will never be found. Like she can stop looking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but
Or maybe they'll address that because Florence is gonna be in the Hawkeye show, so maybe they'll bring that because she's maybe Florence's mom too, kind of, or not.
No, I think they were different. They didn't have the same mom. I don't think they're gonna go that route.
I didn't the same, like because I think because even I think they explained like where they came from.
Yeah, they got all put together.
Yeah.
So like, they're not the same. I don't think they're the same. They're the same family. I mean, it was a good closure to it though, because you had to understand Black Widow's. Like, it was a nice way to understand her story. because she was the most complicated person there because she was always the most secretive person.
Right.
For
Yeah, because she's a spy. They got to be secretive.
She's a spy, so it
wasn't like a choice.
Her.
But that's the thing. She was no longer a spy. Like that kind of before that, all her missions was just I'm here for the mission. I'm here for the mission. She started to care for people more after this. Like this movie, her sister kind of made her be more personable. You know what I'm saying? All she cared about was Hawkeye because he was the one that saved her. But the closure she got here is why she was able to sacrifice herself, not just for the mission, but for Hawkeye's family and for bringing everybody back that was snapped. So I kind of got an understanding now for her decision because when we first saw Endgame, I was like, she just did it just because it was the mission, but now you're like, oh, she did it for a little deeper reasoning. That's how I feel, at least, that, you know what I'm saying? She did it for deeper reasons to bring the people back. And, now you kind of get why she was so emotional because she never showed emotion before that. She cried in Endgame. Now we see why. She was more human. She kind of got that Black Widow out of her and she was more Natasha.
Humble.
She faced her demons,
I'm happy that, I'm happy she faced and defeated her demons.
That Clint still hasn't faced, which we'll probably get to see in Hawkeye, that he gets those demons. So she cleared that out of her book.
Mm-hmm.
I look back at even at Endgame when Red Skull was saying Clint, son of blah blah blah, and we still don't know her mom. Even
right, he said Ivan, son of Ivan, daughter of Ivan.
So I don't think we're ever gonna find out who her mom is.
Yeah.
I think that was the closure she needed. Like, hey, your mom wasn't the important piece of it.
Mm-hmm. And her family was them. Even like she wanted to say it was fake for so long because again she was so stuck. Red Room, Black Widow, mission. This was just mission. But it was like, nah, that was some of the best time you had, just living. And it took her little sister to kind of break it down for like, nah, this was real to me. Like I loved y'all. Like this was family. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What I will give you is that like out of the whole movie, like when she was crying, like that I felt. Like she was like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all over here talking about this shit was fake. You know what? Those are the best part of my years. Mm-hmm. And she was only 6. Mind you, a 6-year-old can't tell the difference between something that is so fake that if I am correct, their Ohio mission was 3 years, correct?
Yeah.
I believe so.
It was 3 years. So, bro, like Shorty did that for 3 years and she was 6 years old. And then she made it to Cuba and they made her to become a new Black Widow. Like a child doesn't know that difference. That is real life to them. Mm-hmm. That was probably the most heart-wrenching thing. Like, yes, like the sister was definitely like the comedy relief throughout the whole movie, which she actually the actress did a great job doing what she did. Like I can see a future with her in Marvel because she just did a great job.
But will she be posing?
Moving
she
forward.
addressed the posing.
She has to pose. She has to pose.
Gotta whip the hair back.
Mad funny, bro. She did that shit one time. Even my girl laughed. Like, nah, I can't do this shit.
My only problem is I feel like they didn't handle the Budapest thing as good as they could have.
Yeah, like, they just mentioned it.
For years, they teased the Budapest thing. Like the way Captain Marvel, they did the Nick Fury eye thing. At least they did it cool. Even though it was mad short and simple, they did it cool. They teased it the whole movie. This, I really expected to get a detailed thing of Budapest, and you got
a flashback.
But what more do you need to know, though? What more do you need to know about Budapest?
You want to see it. Yeah, I want to see. I'm surprised we didn't see Clint. I'm really surprised we didn't see Clint.
No, what was it, Joe?
They made it seem like the most extreme, crazy thing ever, and then when you hear it, you're like, all right, well, okay.
I think it was after the bombing how they got out of Budapest.
Yeah, because you see that I think like they hint at it because you see the arrows in the wall. He shot at her first, but somehow she ducked it. They probably had an extreme fight scene. You know what I'm saying? Then he talked to her.
They didn't want to pay Hawkeye. That's all it was. They didn't want to bust out the money for Hawkeye.
Well, they never do. He wasn't in Infinity War. He's I'm surprised he's getting his own show. But look, he's getting his own show, but is passing the torch to the girl, and now he's under attack by an assassin. Like he can't win. They don't give him no love. Like
I just think they didn't want to put the focus back on any other Avengers taking part in the movie. Like this had to be her closure.
It had to be about her, yeah. So maybe we might see it still.
Like she was the only one that died in that movie that we didn't get any closure from.
Right.
Died, and we got to it.
And Vision. But we got Vision closure in WandaVision, sort of, because that is White Vision. I still think Tony obviously got the best wrap up as far as stories, but not the best when he died. But we got closure on him. Now we got closure on Natasha. I still don't like Steve Rogers' close, his finale, because we still don't know where he at. Is he on the moon? Is he doing
He's
stuff?
blazing Peggy Carter. He hitting them skins.
She
Yeah,
dead
like,
now,
that was
though.
very
He's like,
clear.
now, she
Fucking
dead.
timeline,
He's still
yo.
hitting it though.
Necrophilia.
She dead. Listen.
Can we agree that it's better than Captain Marvel if we're talking about the female?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely better than Captain Marvel. Better than Captain Marvel. Better than Thor 2.
You think Black Widow is better than Captain Marvel?
Yes. Yes. Better than Thor 2.
Oh,
Better
well,
than,
hold on, because we're 6 dudes talking. Michelle, do you think as a female it's better than Captain Marvel, the other female movie?
I definitely do think Black Widow was a lot better than Captain Marvel, hands down.
Cool.
As we all get quiet now.
There we go.
A woman speaking. Let a woman speak.
I think everybody wanted to think about that real quick. They're like,
Oh no, I didn't think about it. I think it's clearly better than Captain Marvel. I mean, that's.
But what about Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh,
different company. That's a different company.
Who said that disrespect? Who said that disrespect, yo? Come on.
Wonder
This
Woman
nigga right here.
trash.
Don't start.
The Wonder Woman was super.
Is it better than the first Wonder Woman?
No.
No.
Yes.
I think it is.
1984.
I think
I think it's better than both
I
of
think
them.
it is because this one had 2 hot chicks. Wonder Woman only had 1 hot chick.
And a lot of gratuitous booty shots.
yes.
But it had Chris Pine. It had Chris Pine. That's too high.
Oh, fuck.
I'm still going with this one. What did y'all think about the Smells Like Teen Spirit rendition in the beginning?
I liked it.
That was a dark intro. It was a dark tone.
But it set that tone and it didn't follow up because the shit that happens to those little girls is really fucked up.
Yeah.
They get turned into Black Widows, and I was like,
Yeah.
are they really gonna go there?
Yeah.
And then they just didn't go there.
Right.
Yo, when they were in the helicopter scene, and the sister was like, "Yo," talking to Red Guardian, like, "Yeah, you know I can't have any kids. You know what they do? They
Yeah,
go
exactly. Yeah.
inside,
It was
Little
detailed. It was
bitch,
graphic.
yeah.
Bro, I was with my
I feel
daughter
like
and I, and
that
all of
was
us
a
watching
little
it. I'm like,
too
that shit is
real.
horrible.
Yeah.
Like
I
just
mean,
as
but-
as a woman speaking, when she was like going down that like, oh,
They
I
remove
can't
our
do this, like, I
uterus,
just-
blah blah blah.
Yeah,
They
like,
made
I
a
was
joke.
like, ooh, like that hurt,
Give us that-
But you can't get knocked on a
sucked.
mission. Like,
We got
can't be
the
knocked on a mission. It makes sense.
what was it? Age of
What?
Ultron? We got the fluff version from Natasha with her and Hawk. We're like, I can't have any kids. Like,
Right.
emotional. Elena gave it to us raw. Like, this is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
It had to be told that way, though. I think
Right.
to take effect and take a big feeling like, all right, they went through it. It had to be like that.
I like why they did it because they were basically telling you like, yo, we're just a female version of the Winter Soldier project, but worse.
Yep.
Where
No powers.
where they
Damn, I
didn't
can't believe I'm
control
agreeing with
they didn't
Benny
control
for
the Winter
once.
Soldier
Holy
that
shit.
bad. Say, what you say, bro?
You heard me. I said I'm
hear
finally
you.
agreeing with you for once.
It's all right. It's all right, Michelle.
I mean, like,
I know it
there's
hurts.
different things. There are different things that can come from it. Like you have, well, in comics, she's Iron Maiden, but Melina, the mom, like, her, like her study, of like mind control and so forth, and like how you can control somebody, from like a tablet or whatever, and like cut their breathing off and know the thing. Like you can run with that and like.
Did you guys think they were gonna kill the pig? Because that sequence was kind of crazy.
Hey, I definitely thought they were gonna kill the pig, though. I ain't
I
gonna lie.
was sad. I was like,
Sounds
don't
like
kill the pig.
He was like, oink.
Shout out to Alexia.
She was mad
in
now,
my
so I'm talking
opinion, I
about.
was like,
It was
let
only
him
11 more
breathe.
seconds.
Hold on. Let Jared finish his point.
And then I like, even though I don't know, I also don't know like what they're gonna do. And maybe it might be a close case in it, but I don't know if they're really gonna have, like the mom coming to her senses and being like, what I did was wrong, and then like create more antidote, because you saw the whole violent stuff, like be exploded and like save those few widows. But you had a whole worldwide network of widows. So it's like, is she really gonna turn good and just like create more violence to like free all the widows, or are they all going to be, like under this whole this whole little spell? Because even though his ring, unlocked it and so forth, it doesn't really so much say that like he freed them from their, from like their mind control thing. So you may have like other assassins around the world that may do who may be like rogue agents now.
I think that was part of her plan. I think she played Natasha into dealing with him while she destroyed everything else, because she kind of was real comfortable and nonchalant through a lot of what was going on. Like that was part of her plan overall. So I think she was getting her double agent on and kind of manipulated Natasha to go do that part and deal with him while she handled the back end. And you know what I'm saying? Because she knew she helped build the facility. She knew a lot more than she was just putting on. So I think she's gonna come back, and I think she's gonna be involved in one of the future maybe Disney Plus or movies or something. But I think she's coming back to do something.
I can definitely see that happening.
And the rest of the widows too. There's more widows out there that's gonna be, you know, can be turned on at any moment until like you said, if she makes more of the powder, the red stuff, you know what I'm saying? But
That's plus we had like the flash drive. You had the flash drive, so all you could do was just plug it to another network and then boom.
Right, and now it's unlocked because the ring was the key to unlock it. So now she can go in, change the password, you know what I'm saying, do whatever. So as I said, she had Natasha do the hard work for her, you know what I'm saying. Now she can go in there and she gonna take over and become the new, you know, Dracoff. So
I'm curious. Besides Lou, did anybody else watch it at home?
Hell yeah, watch it at home for free.
So two. Yeah, there you go. So somebody party.
I wasn't gonna pay
Because it
I
made
wasn't gonna
like
pay
$60
for it.
million in fucking streaming. So I'm just curious if they're gonna keep that or not.
They
It
were.
seems like it was successful.
It was
and
successful,
They
mhm.
reported the numbers, so I'm just curious. And would it be even worth it to watch it in theaters? We saw it in theaters. I thought the audio was good, but again, it being so clear, I could just see the bad CG in the fight sequence, especially in the third act. It was pretty bad. So I don't know.
I did like the falling scene, even though it was, of course, we knew she wasn't gonna die.
And we saw it in the trailer, though.
Yeah, but we didn't know where it was leading to. You know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
the ground. It was leading to the ground. She has no powers. She has no powers.
That's why it sucked that she just landed on her feet a couple of times. Even the alley scene when they was running from the roof.
You fucking land like McGregor last night.
So, hey, whoa, we
Break
don't
her
talk about
fucking
that.
ankle.
Easy.
Wait.
But yeah, I didn't like the landing. She stuck every landing like it was too easy, and you know what I'm saying. But I did it did look cool, all the stuff falling and fighting around it. I thought that was a cool action piece. Even though we saw it in the trailer, I still thought it was cool. You know, just
It wasn't
seeing it on the
crazy
big
how they blew up Ray, which by the way, Ray Winstone, I hadn't seen him since The Departed. He did a good job as the bad guy. I thought it was nice and creepy. But then he just kind of got blown up in a helicopter.
He had nothing. Personal space wasn't. He stayed in your face. Like he kept getting close. He smelled my pheromones.
That's my biggest problem with it too, though. Is like a lot of the fight scenes were like they did them as if they're like if she was a superhero, but she's not. So they're not realistic at all.
Yeah, she landed. Like I said, her falling.
Those punches. She's like, listen, you a bitch. I'm gonna fucking break my own nose. And I was like, you do that, girl.
And I didn't mind that. It was mainly her falling. The fight scenes was good for me. It was
Like
just
the first fight in Budapest, where like she fell, she hit the grade, and she hit the gate, and she hit the other thing, and she then on her feet, in superhero pose, like.
When she survived the car accident. That was an aggressive ass car accident. She was just like, "Oh, this just makes me angrier. I can aim better." I was like, "God damn!"
when Taskmaster shot her car and the driving scene, like
The fall she did was sister.
hold on, Finny. Go ahead, Lou. Say that again, Lou.
I mean, but you got to realize that she done already fought aliens. She fought super robots. Like, no, she's done all this. So yeah,
That's true. That's true.
All right, I'll give you that because I ain't gonna lie though. When you guys are talking about the fall right now, I just remember like, yo, you know how much vents she hit before she landed? Like, bro, she done broke like at least 3 ribs.
She should have.
ribs. And then she went on a
They
car
did show her
scene.
buying ibuprofen, so she was buying a painkiller. So they addressed it a little bit.
Yeah.
Painkillers work.
Was I the only one that immediately got Terminator 2 vibes when Taskmaster was in the tank and they was on the bike? I immediately thought like Terminator 2 with the truck.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought her scenes with Taskmaster fighting him, I thought they were gonna be a little bit longer every time she did fight him. But it was like quick and short and time to escape.
Well, she couldn't win. She couldn't beat her. So that's why I said they used.
Which I understand.
Yeah, they used Taskmaster to metaphorically be her fighting with her demons. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I saw it as. I had to remove, because I was mad too when I was like, I had to throw Taskmaster, my knowledge of Taskmaster out the window. I was like, oh, I see what y'all
They
did.
disrespected Tony Masters. But hopefully like
Antonia was, you know, Dracov's daughter, the last blood in her ledger that she had to, you know, I don't know how you get blood out the ledger, but you know, some white out or something, maybe, I guess. I would just rip that page out, you know, but they touched forehead to forehead. They had a skin to skin touch, like, you know, I didn't mean to do it. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Like, she was like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, I
don't even know you. Like,
I wonder if they're gonna use Olga again with her half her
She's
face
there.
burnt off and the widows. I wonder if they'll do it.
That's why I feel like the mom is gonna still, you know, come back and do like Jared said. I think that's still open for Secret Wars or something else could happen, that they might use that name Secret Wars for something they do in secret. She might be the new, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like they're leaving that for something, and don't know what, but and we're definitely gonna get, you know, the sister in Hawkeye Disney Plus show. So, you know, we'll see what that may open up there. And who do you guys think that Val is working for?
I think she's the big boss. No, you don't think Madam Hydra is running the thing?
Well, because Hydra's gone to our knowledge, so I don't know if she's working for Hydra.
Hydra's never gone.
Thunderbolt Ross or something. You know, who do you think she's, you know, recruiting for? Are they going to do Thunderbolts? Are they going to do Dark Avengers? You know, what do you think? Who's going to be the head of it? Like, it's going to be Thunderbolt Ross.
I think Madam Hydra is that. Like, I think she's gonna be. I mean, Julia Richards-Dreyfuss is a big enough name that I think that she's there. She is the head for that particular thing. Speaking of, because you did say Thunderbolts and shit, like, I'm really hoping that really soon they push out Red Hulk, like whether it's She-Hulk or whether it's fucking, or whether it's what do you call it, Shang-Chi, who was in our movie too, by the way.
Oh yeah, he was at a theater with us. It was
he was the guy. It was great.
I can see that. Because they did hint at Thunderbolt having another heart bypass surgery, so he's got to do something to live. Maybe take a super soldier serum, you know. So he's gonna probably take something to, you know. We don't know what show is gonna happen to. So yeah, I could see that happening.
It could be Thunderbolt. It could be Melina. I'm not sure who. I just think it was good that we had her introduction, because if it worked out the other way, her introduction would have been inside Black Widow versus, you know, instead of.
Oh no, I think they filmed this after Falcon. Like, this is a post-credit scene, so they could have filmed this year.
Well, no, they said this was supposed to be first. That scene was supposed to come before we seen her.
This movie was supposed to come first. Yep.
I'm not mad at the order. It didn't change it or anything, but yeah, we were supposed to see her. I think seeing her there first is probably better, because her just blowing her nose was like, what is bro? But knowing who she was, it was like, she's gonna get her. Oh, you know. So but yeah, they said they filmed that one first though. So all right, we're good here.
Adios.
Yo, be there.